Mandy here, or Amanda, or Little Frog, or whatever you may have called me previously. I don't know. Coach Colin the other day, or a couple weeks ago, I don't even remember, he said I was the grittiest, and then we looked up the grittiest sandpaper, and I think it was 36 grit, so maybe that'll stick, I don't know. Just wanted to kind of check in with you guys. I haven't done a video in a little bit. It is wrestling season, as you can see, and I am an assistant girls high school wrestling coach, and the season is in full swing. Kids are making weight. They're going to tough tournaments. We have a big team. We've got 6 girls and like 34 boys. So we have like 40 kids that we're managing all the time. I drive a bus to get us to tournaments sometimes. Laundry is stacking up. You got clean clothes. You got the wrestling bag. I can't figure out which way to point. There's clothes over there. I just started another load. It's endless laundry. So not an endless buffet, but we got endless laundry over here, and cats all over. But I just wanted to come on here and chat about some plans for 2026. Wrestling is over at the end of February. We'll go through the very end of February, except for the last weekend of February, if we have kids that go to state. After that's over, then I will work the St. Louis Fuji tournament. Probably not compete for that one. Hopefully grab another tournament in between now and then. I just kind of watch the Fujis that I can make it to, and see if there's anything that I could pop on, but there hasn't really been anything. However, maybe at the very beginning of March, I can go get a little Fuji in, because I'm going to go to Pans this year. And it's been decided that I'm going to go down a weight class that I've never competed in before. And I think it's going to be really awesome. So normally I do 129 in the gi, which is, I believe, light feather or feather. I always mix the two up. And the one right below is 118 in the gi. I have never tried this out before. I have never done that before. The lowest I've gone is 123. So not quite 118 in the gi. 123 would be 124 in my no gi. So it's still typically my 128 or 129 in the gi. The reason I'm doing this is, one, I like the challenge. I want to push myself. I'm only 5'1". I feel like that's where I would belong, but I don't know yet. So in 2026, we're going to find out. But the biggest reason is 2 girls that I competed against in 2025 have signed up for Pans, and they will be in the 119 in the gi, or the 118 in the gi bracket. And I would love to have another opportunity to go against them. I know a lot of people are like, well, you always end up with the same people all the time. I haven't had that opportunity yet. I've been at so many different weight classes, because, you know, when I was a white belt, I started very, very heavy. And so I kind of trickled my way down. And then when I was a blue belt, I was kind of up again to the 150s, and then I trickled my way back down. So at purple, I have only done this 125, 130 range, and I am ready to kick it up a notch and see what I can do. So that being said, Pans is not falling on my spring break this year. It didn't last year either, and I don't know if it's my school that I work for now that is the problem, or if Pans is the problem. But I'm going to have to make some sacrifices to get there, and I'm going to have to figure out ways to make some extra money and do some extra things. So one, I'm looking for some sponsors to help me get there, maybe pay for my registration, maybe help me out with some gas. I haven't decided if I'm flying or driving out there. I should just be hitching a ride back for sure. So it's gonna get a little costly. I went out to Orlando this summer, and it probably cost me about $1,000. So because this time for Pans, I will be rooming with people and splitting bills, it should not be that. So I probably have about, I would say at least maybe $500 that I need to raise, plus registrations, because that'll help with the gas and the board and the food while I'm out there, and a plane ticket if I need a plane ticket. But that'll be decided. So 300 to 500 would be really good. A little bit more would be awesome, because the issue is, because of wrestling season being during the school year, and I only have so many PTO days, and the fact that I did compete a bunch already, and I was working Fuji tournaments, I've used a lot of that up, and I will maybe not have enough. So I might have to take a day or two not paid. I can make up for it in other ways with the extra things that I do at the school, so I can go work some extra aftercare to make up the difference of that. I'll do what I have to do, okay? And then eventually I will need a gi sponsor, because After talking to my friend Tracy Taylor, who is a black belt in jiu-jitsu and also a financial planner, we've decided that it's in my best interest that I don't spend any more money on gis in 2026. We're not going to budget for that right now. So I have to figure out how to train all of 2026 without purchasing a gi and making sure that I always have one that's IBJJF legal, which was a struggle because last year they approved one of my tops, but I had to change my bottoms, and I got lucky that I had only white gis with me that day. Then they approved my blue gi just fine once or twice, and then they made me cut a tag off of it the second or third time and didn't approve it exactly the same. And then I'm pretty sure my child helped me out with some laundry and put it on high heat, and now it shrank, and it's very high waters on my short ass, so you know it's not gonna pass. I did just get some new ones. I really wanted to support Josh McKinney's AJJ, and Head Nod has done a lot for me with hard training partners and hard sessions and putting some work into me. So I really liked the Head Nod gi with the AJJ on it and the TAC Team logo on it. I'm hoping that one will pass, but currently it's actually too big of a gi. But I was very excited to have an imposed will gi because I really like their stuff. But me being only 5'1" and being in the lower weight classes, a lot of the times my gis need to be 00s or F1s or F2s. I actually prefer a 00. Or Control Industries has a petite size, which is my favorite. A lot of the times the ones that end up being the women's cuts, I'm not a super fan of. It almost feels like they cut off too much here, and I've got some shoulders I like to lift, you know, you see my posts. And then also, like, I like my gi to be closed. Like, some gis close right here, some gis close right here. I like my gi to close right here if I can, but that's not always the case. And then, of course, you know, I don't like it. I'm very weird with my material. I don't like it when the gi comes all the way up here. I'm like, just sit at my hips, please, right here at my hips. My hips are down here, and I need something for my shoulders. I'm not built like a dude. Like, I need some room, but I don't want all the overlapping material. Plus, gis weigh, you know, they weigh 2 or 3 or 4 pounds. Me being a smaller person, I usually hit right under needing 3.5 pounds for my gi. And my no-gi gear that I compete in is like 1 pound. And then my one gi that I was competing in was like 3.7. And then I wear the smallest shorts possible. And then that sports bra that comes all the way up. So it's like right at 4 pounds when you get everything in there. So if I can get a gi, and I don't think that I get like the lightest of lightest gis. Like, there's probably lighter gis I could go get and buy if they have my size and compete in a little bit lighter of a gi. But like I said, not every gi brand has the size that I need that's going to fit me. And I really don't want to try to sew it and then IBJJF be like, well, you can't wear that. That's not stitched properly. So let's not get into that mess. Anyways, so that's my plan. I want to go down a weight class. I want to compete against these girls again. I'm very excited for it. This is something I've never done before. We've got 3 months, barely. January, February, March. We just got into January. Sorry, I just ate my dinner. I'm just burping it. So we're gonna say I've got 10 weeks to get where I want to be, because I don't want to just like drop right then. I want to kind of dive down most of it by the end of February, beginning of March, and then have a few weeks where I'm maintaining that. I feel like that's better for losing weight and or cutting weight. I don't really like to cut a whole lot. I'll cut my gi weight, but that's about it. So essentially, I'm going to lose about 8 to 10 pounds in the next 3 months. Some of it might be a little bit of a weight cut just for the gi. I won't usually ever cut more than that. So I hope that if you have any questions or you ever want help with losing weight, because I did lose over 100 pounds, that you message me. If you want to pass my name along, I am more than happy if someone wants to sponsor me, that I advertise their business or their product or their gear. Like, I have no problem creating content for them and sharing it and spreading the word. So yeah, I guess that's it. Hello 2023 or 2023. Let's not go back there. 2026. I'm excited. See ya.